seems kind of strange that they took me to a redundant page. I feel like they've got a wasted click in there that doesn't really add much. In this episode of The Edge, we are going to be taking a look at an e-commerce campaign driven by native ads. Hey guys, this is Jason with adskills.com, and let's jump on over to MSN and take a look. I was just browsing through here, as I often do, just clicking on this ad unit right here, and I found this ad, which I screenshotted. It says, "Goodbye to pricking your finger and awkward scanning," and it is promoting, it looks like, a smartwatch there. So when I click, I see that it is indeed a smartwatch. The headline says, "Revolutionizing health monitoring, the smartwatch that keeps you in check," right? So looks to be a smartwatch that's all about monitoring your health. That's the focus. When I look over to the right here, I see this sticky call to action. The call to action is check availability, right? So when I start scrolling, it is always going to stick there. And right here, they've disclosed that it is an advertisement. I notice, though, that they haven't updated the date. This is getting pretty long in the tooth here, this date. That could stand for an update. And then we have a nice big picture of the watch. Looks very appealing. This lady here using the watch looking very happy. And below the image here, did you know there's a glucose monitor, the shape of a watch, that can test blood sugar painless in seconds, right? So now I'm starting to make the connection here, right? Because the headline in the ad says, "Goodbye to pricking your finger and awkward scanning." We have the really big picture of the smartwatch. And if you think about smartwatches, I'm kind of just used to my Apple Watch, but it looks like the focus of this one is really to be a glucose monitor. And the main benefit is not having to prick your finger all the time. And I guess, that really would get old, right? So that is the main selling point here. As I scroll down here, I see this headline in green, further expanding on the benefits of how it does glucose tracking, health monitoring vital signs there, very similar to the Apple Watch. And they just go through here listing all of the features that it has, like a heart rate monitor, blood concentration monitor, it's waterproof, so all kinds of benefits there. And when we get down to the conclusion, what really stands out is the call to actions. And what I see there highlighted in red is 50% off the normal price, so priced at $139.90. And it's got this call out box. It's got this call out box with an update saying, again, that they're offering a 50% discount. And the call to action here, I'm going to go ahead and click it, is to check the discounts and availability, right? So it makes you feel like, is it available, or have they ran out, or am I going to get the discount? The really weird thing that I noticed here, I expected when I clicked, it would just take me to a page assuring me that I'm getting the discount and just have the checkout on the page. But when I clicked here, I'm noticing that I'm on another page that's just talking about the benefits, nowhere that I can put in my credit card information, nothing showing availability. So it seems kind of strange that they took me to a redundant page. Okay, this is where I thought they would have sent me through. I feel like they've got a wasted click in there that doesn't really add much. So what they're doing here is very similar to what you would see in the Nutri space when people are selling supplements. It makes sense to sell 1 or 3 or 6, right? To get enough bottles, not just for 1 month, but for 3 or 6 months. But here they're actually doing this with the watch, right? So maybe people would want to order one for themselves and also get a gift. So that's kind of interesting that they're doing sort of a quantity deal here. And we see also that you have to buy you have to buy 3 watches to actually get 50% off. If you buy 1 watch, you're only going to get 30% off, right? So technically you can get 50% off, but they didn't say that you have to buy 3 watches, right? And here is the order form. So just again, what I was saying, instead of clicking here and then going to this page that's really very similar, and then another click to go here, I would just make it click from here straight over to this page and get rid of that redundant page. And I just wanted to take a look at the main website because the advertorial was on a subdomain of this website. So Libby, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, libby.com. Looks like they're just selling various e-commerce items from shoes to different gadgets. So that is what's going on their main main URL. Let's go ahead and jump on over to SimilarWeb and see what kind of traffic these guys are getting. In the last several months, they've had over 1.6 million visits to their site. So over 90% of that's coming from the US. So obviously that is their target market. And what catches my eye here on their traffic breakdown is over 18% is organic search, about close to the same amount in display ads. And these campaigns are being driven heavily by native ads. We see Taboola coming in here at almost 80%, Outbrain's about 20%, and just a little bit of Google Display. And taking a look at their top publishers, we see the big one here, Fox News. Those guys can send a ton of traffic. Let's jump into SEMrush, take a look at their organic. Also see if they're doing anything on paid. So doesn't look like they're doing anything on paid, but they are getting, as we saw, some organic traffic. So let's take a look at their organic traffic. They're getting a lot of volume here on their branded terms. It looks like they're known for shoes, Libby shoes, over 8K a month in volume here, another 8K, sandals, sneakers, Smartwatch is not getting a lot. That's only 140, but they are getting some. Chainsaw sharpener, looks like they've got all kinds of different gadgets, metal birds. The majority of their organic traffic is people searching for their brand terms, and that's coming from their advertising efforts. Since these guys are driving a lot of native traffic, let's take a look in AdBeat and look at the breakdown. Okay, we've got Taboola coming in here at 478K, but actually AdBeat is showing something a little different here than SimilarWeb. It's actually showing they've got quite a bit of spend on Rev content, actually even more than Taboola. That's why it's nice to look in different tools to just get an overall impression of their advertising efforts. So let's take a look at some of their ads here. Why your firewood needs this drill bit. Again, a very diverse array of products, it looks like. Looks like they're very well known for shoes. The best walking shoes suitable for elderly people to wear all day. Right, so it looks like a big part of their target market is elderly people, because that seems to be who they're calling out in the smartwatch. Here with the shoes, they're calling out to elderly people. A 70-year-old granny designed a bra for elderly ladies that is popular all around. Oh, that's a cool angle. Again, it seems like the common thread here is their audience. They're producing products that are tailored to an older demographic, and that is their messaging as well. I want to take a look at just one more landing page to get a further idea of this diverse array of products that they're advertising. So this one is a Pro Comfort Seat, Libya Seat Comfort Pro. Years of pain ended in minutes. The Libya Seat Comfort Pro story, right? So it's showing how you can alleviate pain. And the funny thing about this, I was just thinking about how I'm getting kind of sore sitting here doing this right now. So I wonder if that product works. I can see why it might be popular. All right, guys, this is Jason signing off. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive. I'll see you on the next episode of The Edge.